my fellow wizards, I'm back! For those of you wondering where I've been the past few weeks, well, I was busy with some general life stuff. You know, just some major life milestones. But now I'm back and ready to jump back into the wizarding game we all know and love. Fishing for chests can be a time-consuming and frustrating process, but is also the source of a bunch of amazing premium stuff from bundle gear to jewels, reagents, and snacks to rare housing items, pets, and permanent mounts. So today I'm here to offer the ultimate guide to fishing for chests to make this process as easy and quick as possible, so you spend less time confused and more time fishing up the exact treasures you want. To be honest, I've covered this topic a number of times in my other fishing videos, but I'm getting tired of rehashing it every time I make a new video, so hopefully this will be your one-stop shop for fishing chest advice so I don't have to rewrite the guide again for the millionth time. Get your info and get out while you can, my fellow anglers. There won't be any more hand-holding in my future fishing videos, just extreme chest catching. Okay, so let's start with the basics. How does fishing for chests work? Essentially, any fish you see has a small chance to be a hidden chest that you can reel in instead of the original fish. There aren't any clear stats on the rate of chests spawning in any given area, but they are definitely a rare spawn, so while fishing specifically for chests, we want to take any steps we can to boost the chest spawn rate as high as possible. Essentially, you'll fish like you would normally, but with the hopes of increasing the amount of chests you catch instead of fish. Depending on what area or house you're fishing in, chests can have different contents ranging from jewels, gear, housing items, pets, reagents, snacks, seeds, and mounts, so there's quite some variety. For instance, you can actually catch a lot of rare permanent mounts from different houses, and some other locations allow you to fish up premium bundle gear that you would otherwise have to pay a hefty price for. Because there's so many different items you can find, fishing for chests can be really fun in my opinion, because you never know what interesting stuff you might get. So, before we get to fishing, we first need to make sure we have all the fishing spells we need in order to make the process as easy as possible, because without some help, fishing for chests can take a long time to do, since normally the spawn rates for chests are pretty low. We'll need to complete the main fishing quest and pick up some extra spells along the way, so let's jump in. First, you're going to want some basic fishing lures up to rank 3 ideally, but in most cases rank 2 is plenty. Lucky Hookline in the Commons of Wizard City has all the rank 1 lures, as well as the fishing spell Reveal School Fish, which will come in handy later. He's also the NPC that gives you your first couple fishing quests starting at level 7, which are also important to complete, so if you haven't already, make sure you bring him all the fish he asks for in his quests. Moving forward, we'll need to do most of the fishing quests in each world in order to get the fishing spells we need, which means locating and successfully fishing for the fish each NPC asks for. If you're feeling lost, I recommend searching for the fish on the Wizard101 Central Wiki, which will tell you where to find each fish along with its school and rank to help you narrow them down. Moving on to the rank 2 lures, we need to head over to Herrick Silverscale in Northgard and Grizzleheim. He can sell you all the school's rank 2 lures as well as give you your next fishing quest, which you should also complete. Some other useful spells to grab while you're here are from Frode Silverscale, just across the bridge from Herrick. He sells Charm Fish and Fish Lullaby, both of which can be handy for immobilizing fish or attracting them towards you when they're in an otherwise unreachable fishing area. He also sells the spell Summon Fish, which we don't need in order to fish for chests, but is still an invaluable spell for fishing in general since it resets the fishing pool and adds new fish, which may help you more quickly complete any future fishing quests. Heads up that you do need to be rank 6 in fishing for these spells, but I highly recommend getting them. After completing Herrick's quest, you'll get a new quest from Lucky Hookline, but also another quest sending you to Ryoshi in Mushu. You're welcome to complete Ryoshi's fishing quest too, but it is not necessary if you just want to fish up chests. He does, however, have some handy fishing spells in general, including Winnow rank 1 and 3, and you can get Winnow rank 2 as a reward for completing all his quests. Whether you do his quests or not, return to Lucky Hookline who will send you off to your next required fishing quest. Next up are the rank 3 lures, which can be found in the Athenium and Dragonspire with Yuri Smoke Snare. I will say that getting all the rank 3 lures from Yuri isn't as necessary since most of the fish we'll be trying to catch are rank 2 or lower, but I personally like having all the lures available. Either way, make sure you do complete Yuri's fishing quest because we'll need them done to get our most important fishing spell later on. One tip I will give for Yuri's fishing quest are that most of the fish can be difficult to reach due to Dragonspire's architecture, which creates a lot of deep lava pools that can be hard to navigate. However, most of the fish he asks for can actually be found in other locations, such as houses, which can be accessed through housing tours for much easier fishing. If you're having trouble completing his quest, definitely see if the fish can be caught in another location. Since we're in Dragonspire anyway, we might as well also stop by another fishing vendor, Timor Flamecaster. Timor is hidden away in the Necropolis and the Labyrinth, but he has some very useful winnow fish spells which allow you to remove any fish that don't match a particular school. Casting Winnow Firefish, for instance, removes all fish from a pool that aren't fire while leaving all the firefish behind. These spells can be useful in isolating a particular school of fish, so you don't have to constantly cast Reveal Fish School in order to see what lure you need to use. Alright, there's just one more world to visit before we get our ultimate fishing spell, Avalon. Yuri's Smoke Snare will direct you back to Lucky Hook Line briefly before sending you off to the new world. You'll first need to talk to Brook Waterman in Caliburn, who will direct you next to Wren Waterman in Carolion near the waterfall. Complete both of Wren's and Brook's fishing quests, and we'll finally be directed to our last fishing world. Talk to Lucky Hook Line one more time, and he'll direct you to the final fishing quest in Azteca. At last, it's time for our most important spell to guarantee we'll fish up some chests, Buoy Chest 1. This spell is found in Salt Meadow Swamp in Azteca and requires that we have completed all the previous fishing quests, but I promise it's well worth the effort. Buoy Chest 1 refreshes the fishing pool and doubles the amount of chests in the water. The quest to get this spell is given by Alejandro de la Paz and requires you to catch some Aztecan fish, but you should be an expert at finishing these quests by now, so make sure you complete it and get the spell. To be clear, he does not sell you the Buoy Chest 1 spell, you actually need to complete his fishing quest to earn it as a reward. Alright, for pretty much all the places you'll be fishing, you want to use your fishing spells in the following order for maximum effectiveness. Buoy Chest 1 to refresh the fishing pool and double your chests. Winnow whatever fish school is most prominent in that pool. Charm fish if any fish are out of reach, and then catch all the fish in the pool that remain with the highest rank lure you have. Rinse and repeat until you get a chest with the treasure you want. To be clear, any fish school can actually be a chest, so you don't technically need to use winnow fish to isolate the pool down to a certain school of fish. You can also just use reveal fish occasionally to see which lure you might have to switch to, and then just catch all the fish in the pool after you use buoy chests, regardless of school. However, I find isolating the fish down to one school speeds up the fishing process and chest farming a ton, and it's how I've caught all my treasure to date. Do whatever works best for you, but let me emphasize again, always use buoy chests first before any other spells.
Just do it!
One more thing that can help with fishing is the fishing luck stat, which can appear on gear, jewels, pet talents, or elixirs. Fishing luck boosts your chance of successfully reeling in a fish without it escaping, and can also allow you to successfully catch fish with lower ranked lures. With enough fishing luck, you can, for instance, reliably catch rank 2 or rank 3 fish with a rank 1 lure, which wouldn't normally be easy to do. Fishing luck does not increase the amount of chests in a pool, unfortunately, but it will increase your chances of catching everything you reel in. Jordo Mistborn by the PvP Arena in Unicorn Way sells different tiers of fishing gear for blue arena tickets, which give you both extra energy and fishing luck, with the best option being the Seafarer's gear, which gives 24% fishing luck and 24% energy total. Obviously, you have to PvP in order to earn this gear, but at least it's a free option if you're willing to put in the effort. The Arcane Angler's gear from the Mystic Fishing Bundle, as well as the Dark Elven attire from the Elven Nightmare Pack can each give you an extra 12% fishing luck with a full set and wand at the max level. Even better, pretty much all the gear from the Yuletide Elf Pack gives both fishing luck and energy, with the best combo being the max level Toymaker Elf Hat and Boots, the Solstice Elf Suit, and any of the wands for a total of 35% fishing luck, with the obvious downside being that all these cost real money to acquire. One added note is that both the Cobbler Elf Hat and Toymaker Elf Hat actually give the item card Buoy Chest 1, which means if you have either of these gear pieces, you may be able to skip the fishing quest entirely because you won't need to learn the spell from Alejandro. However, if you go this route, it will obviously cost you real money, and there's no guarantee you'll get these items from the packs. Thankfully, there are still other great free options for fishing luck gear in the form of the revered crafted wands from the Arcanum Scholars. Each school's crafted wand gives you an extra 5% fishing luck along with 11 energy, which is always helpful. These wands do require you to have high crafting to create, however, and require some rarer reagents too. Besides gear, there are also jewels called Cracked Fishing Opals, which can also give you a boost to fishing luck ranging from 1 to 5%. These jewels drop from various Crowns jewel packs as well as the Jewel Tear Blossom plant, but you can also get them from fishing chests, so if you don't already have some, you may get them while fishing for your items. All the fishing jewels are tier-shaped, so once you get them, you can simply slot them into any open tier slot you have on your gear. If you're able to slot a 5% jewel on your athame, ring, amulet, and deck, you're looking at an extra 20% fishing luck right there. In addition, pets can also have fishing luck talents, either fishing luck or epic fishing luck, so feel free to search in the pet kiosk if you want to boost your luck that way by hatching. Pets can also have energy talents, which will boost your max energy, which means you can fish for longer in a single session. Having a pet with both fishing luck and energy talents can thus be a great combo to have if you plan on doing a lot of fishing in general. Obviously, there's also regular energy gear, which can also boost your max energy as well, so feel free to mix and match both fishing and energy gear to maximize both your fishing luck and amount of energy to catch the most fish. If you're picking between energy gear or fishing gear, I personally go for having the most energy, but try experimenting with whatever combination works best for you. If you want a guide on the best free energy gear and pets you can get in the game, I have another video to help you out. Last, there are elixirs, which you can buy in the Crown Shop for real money or which can sometimes be given as rewards from events like the Spiral Showcase or the Scroll of Fortune. These are, however, temporary and will only boost your fishing luck for an hour or so use them wisely. Or you could, just hoard them until you die, like me.
Your lightsabers will make a fine addition to my collection.
Finally, while this is fairly obvious, it can be incredibly helpful to wait for the membership benefit 0 energy fishing to start fishing for chests, as it then costs 0 energy to cast all fishing spells, meaning you can easily farm for several hours at once without having to stop because your wizard has run out of energy. You can obviously fish for chests without this benefit, but it speeds up the process a lot. With all that covered, it's time to start fishing. Just a reminder that even when using buoy chests and doubling your chest chances, fishing for chests can be a long process and a lot of it is simply down to RNG. Depending on the rarity of what you're fishing for, like permanent mounts or bundle gear, it can take a while for the item you want to finally drop, so be patient. You may get lucky very quickly or it may take hours and hours of effort, so be prepared. I wish you all the best of luck with your fishing endeavors. Alright, my fellow wizards, that was my ultimate chest fishing guide. Let me know in the comments below about your luckiest or unluckiest times fishing for rare items and chests. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing, and as always, I hope to see you out there in the spiral, and happy questing.